you as the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Energy, what's the outlook in terms of the gains you have made as a ministry, especially in positioning yourselves in the areas, especially oil and gas, plus also other areas like electricity distribution, the ECP program, where you acquired about $600 million of World Bank funding to connect more than 1 million people for free?
The last 1 year has been very busy at the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, and the ministry has made significant strides in a number of areas. For 2023, focus was on ensuring that Karuma is completed and subsequently is fully commissioned. But as we do that on the generation side, it is important that this power is evacuated. So as the ministry, we've continued planning for the transmission, but also distribution and last mile connections where the power is used by the end users. So on the transmission side, we've continued to develop a number of our transmission lines within the country, and we've seen a number be completed. We completed Mutundwe Kampala transmission line, and we are now able to serve reliably most of the Kampala area in terms of power supply. And we've also completed the 132 kV Gulu-Wagago power line, which is supposed to evacuate fully Achua 1 and Achua 2, at a total of 83 megawatts of power. And we continue to work on a number of other transmission lines, but also the regional power pool. We do power trade within the East Africa power pool, so our focus is also on ensuring that we extend our transmission into South Sudan, Eastern DRC, but also Tanzania, because we are already trading power with Kenya. We now want to trade with the other neighboring countries.
So does this mean there is no power that is not evacuated but being produced, and a taxpayer continues to lose money in that?
Yes, so previously we were facing a challenge to fully evacuate the 83 megawatts of Achua 1 and 2 because the transmission line was incomplete. But like I've indicated, by October 2023 end, we had completed the 132 kV Gulu-Wagago, so the country will no longer pay deemed energy for Achua 1 and Achua 2. So that was a major achievement.
Is the area, the region, West Nile, it has been left in the dark for quite a long time. When will they ever get connected to the grid, to the national grid?
Yes. So under our grid expansion and rehabilitation project for Northern and West Nile, where Gulu-Wagago was part of that project, but we're also working on other lines, Kole, Gulu, but also connecting through Oluyo to West Nile. We are largely at the tail end of this project, and in the new year, we should see full delivery of power to the West Nile region.
The ECP, Electricity Connections Policy, where you acquired at least $600 million to freely connect more than 1 million Ugandans on the national grid. How is that coming?
Yes, you recall the Electricity Connections Policy, which was passed by Cabinet in 2018. And as we speak, the project became effective during June of this year, 2023. And we've onboarded the staff, the initial staff that will support the project implementation. And our immediate execution will start with a rollout of connections under Umeme. So starting January, February, Umeme is going to have a massive connection program under this funding. But besides the 1 million connections, which will target not only households, but also mining sites, industrial parks, small and medium enterprises, we also have a component where we work with other ministries. We are working with Ministry of Education and Sports to connect 350 schools off-grid solar systems to ensure that we are powering schools to support education. The aspect we continue to work on is on the loss reduction. We've continued to see a steady trend in our loss reduction, and the other day Umeme reported on their end a reduction to about 16.8%, and I'm aware, of course, the regulator has set for them a target to continue driving towards 14% loss reduction. And of course, each time we talk about loss reduction, it is investment. It is investment in the grid to ensure it is smart.
It is common knowledge, and it's known world over, that some of the multinationals that we see around, they sometimes fabricate these losses and they concoct them, and then so that they can make profits. So who audits the losses that Umeme keeps posting?
The Electricity Regulatory Authority is the regulator for the electricity supply industry, and they do audit Umeme on an ongoing basis. Apart from just the losses, the Electricity Regulatory Authority approves all investments that Umeme makes on the network. So that way they are able to tell where the investments are going and the impact of these investments on the network.
Thank you so much for your time.
Happy New Year.